One.
All right, are we all set? All right, hey everybody, hope you're having a great day today. Thanks for coming back to the channel. So today we're announcing the giveaway, and if you're not quite aware of what we're talking about, we're giving away 2 of our memberships every single month this entire year. So,
We're all set.
So we've announced that usually earlier on in the month. People enter to win the giveaway through subscribing, registering at the link, and then commenting on the video and sharing it. And then at the end of every month or the beginning of the next month, we're announcing the winner. So the membership that we're giving away, just to give you guys a little overview in case you're not aware of what we're talking about, it's a 12-month membership that will provide you with business credit that doesn't show up on your personal credit report, where you can get 0 interest for an average of 12 months. And with our program, it's a done-for-you membership. So we are usually hired by people for $4,000 for that 12-month membership. And then we'll build up to, and sometimes over, $250,000 in this type of funding. 0 interest business credit doesn't appear on your personal report. So that's what we're giving away. 2 of those memberships, they're valued at $4,000 each. So we've had 2 lucky winners every single month this year, and we're going to be interviewing some of those people. In fact, we were trying to get somebody on today, but it wasn't able to happen. So next time, we're going to be bringing on one of the clients that's gone through the program and already has access to funding. We've got a couple people funding already. We've gotten $54,000 so far for Nuria, who's one of our recent winners. And then another client also is in the beginning of the application phase. Approvals are rolling in. And then the other clients, some of them are working on, with our partner, credit repair. So we've also given away credit repair. So we're going above and beyond. We're all about giving back. We know people, some people didn't have the best 2020. So we're trying to make 2021 a better year for our audience, for our subscribers. So hopefully you guys appreciate what we're doing. If you do, please like it. Like the video. It helps us get this message out in front of other people, and it just helps us with the YouTube algorithm so that we can continue putting out free education. So we're going to talk a little bit about business credit, how to qualify, how you can use it, and all that good stuff. And then we're gonna go ahead and pull the winner. So feel free to comment on the video if you guys are feeling good today. If you have anything you wanted to ask, any questions, or if you just wanted to say hi, feel free to come to the comments area, say hi. And definitely like the video if you can. We'd really appreciate that. All right, so it looks like we got quite a few people on here. Eddie says it's my lucky day. Hopefully it is, Eddie. Andrea said hello. Nix11 says alrighty. Valerie, it's my lucky day. Limitless, is this the same drawing or do we have to re-enter? So every month you have to re-enter. If you entered in January, we already pulled the winners for January, so every month that we do the announcement, that's why I'm telling you guys, you got to subscribe and then click the notification bell so that every time we do one of these announcement videos where we're accepting enrollments into the drawing, you'll be notified of that, and then you can get in every month if you haven't won yet. So Sean said, how do you enter the contest again? So every month, in the beginning of the month, we are announcing the enrollment. So we'll put out a video and we'll say, hey, we're doing the giveaway. Here's how it works. You got to register at the link, subscribe, share it, and comment on the video. So once you do that, once you see that video come out, that's how you enroll. And then at the end of the month or the beginning of the following month, like we're doing right now, we will be announcing the winners for the previous month. So that's it. Super easy. So just make sure you definitely subscribe, hit the notification bell. You'll get the notification when the video comes out, and then you'll be able to enter for your chance to win in this giveaway. And just so you guys know, this giveaway could provide up to $12 million in free business credit funding. So we're really all about giving back, and that's what we're doing. That's what we're talking about today. The amount of service that we're giving away is, like I said, 2 memberships a month. So that's $100,000 of free service that we're giving away. And we've got hundreds and hundreds of people every single month who sign up and they pay $4,000 to get this done-for-you program. And we're giving 2 of them away every month. And I'm going to share some case studies with you guys. Looks like Levi said, hey, everyone, wish you all well. Fund and Grow are great people. Levi, I think you're one of our clients, right? I appreciate the kind words. Ryan said, thank you for doing this. Eddie says, you're awesome. Let's see. Wow, you guys are amazing. Hey, Corey, how's it going, man? All right, we got great engagement going on here. I appreciate you guys very much. Thank you again for coming back to the channel. We're going to continue this giveaway. We might even continue it into 2022. So glad to see that you guys are liking it. All right, so I wanted to bring up, oh, this is cool right here. Let me show you guys this. I don't know if you guys were on the last one that we did, but we basically built, the mastermind I'm a part of, built nearly an entire village in Haiti. So this is what a lot of the people in Haiti are living in. It's like a mud shack or whatever you want to call it. You know, they've got like all kinds of issues with that, rodents and bugs, and it's not good shelter. Obviously, it's nothing like what we're, experiencing here in this country. So the mastermind I'm a part of, real estate investing influencers and family mastermind, we built an entire village basically of these houses. Fund and Grow donated, and we were able to build several of these houses, actually 31 of them total. So each house will shelter, I wish I had a picture of the actual house that we're going to be building. It's a concrete block house with a real roof, and it can sleep 8 people. So each house shelters 8 people. That's like, that's a lot of people. 31 houses is nearly an entire village. That's something that we're doing. Just wanted to share that with you guys because we are really all about giving back. And, that's kind of why we're doing the giveaway. Where's the clicker at? So that's what we're all about. So if you guys like that, if you think that's cool, feel free. Please do like the video. It definitely helps us out so that we can continue giving back in those kinds of ways. So Sean says, are you working with both personal and business credit? And the answer to that is yes. The only time we are working with personal credit or applying for personal credit is when somebody has really limited or weak personal credit. So for example, you might have a 750 credit score, but if you've only got one personal credit card and it's like a Walmart credit card for $500, that's not enough foundation to get approved with business credit, because you have to have a strong personal credit profile to get substantial amounts with business credit approvals. So that's the only time that we would go after personal credit. So let me know if that makes sense. But we do help people. So for example, a lot of people come to us and they haven't really started building their credit yet. So what we do is we put them through our program, and in the first couple weeks, on the first round of funding, we'll do what we call an accelerated personal credit building batch of funding. So we're going to go after personal credit cards so that we can establish that foundation that you need. It's all going to be zero interest. So in some cases, we'll apply for half personal and half business credit, or in some cases, we'll apply for solely personal credit if the personal credit profile is lacking history, lacking major bank credit cards. You have to have those 2 major bank credit cards on there in order to get even considered for business credit. So that's the times that we're working on personal credit building. And then in some cases, if you've got, let's say you've got bad credit, right? You might have a late payment or a collection or something like that on your credit report, then in those cases, we can help you with credit repair. We don't do that in-house, but we work together very, very closely with a partner that we've been in business with for many years now, and they help all of our clients get over that hump so that they can get their credit repaired and then they can qualify for business credit. So that's what we do in our program. We're kind of a full credit build out, like a one-stop shop. Whether you have good personal credit and you can go straight to funding, or you need some personal credit building, some repair, that's all part of what we do here. And we're very focused on the zero interest credit, right? We want to go after nothing but zero interest business credit that doesn't show on your personal report. That allows you to get up to $125,000 the first few weeks of working with us or working on it yourself. But there's a lot of hoops to jump through. There's a lot of things you've got to know in order to get approved, in order to make sure you get approved with a maximum limit possible. Because a lot of times the bank's not going to just come out and hand you $100,000 easily. So a lot of times you'll get denied at first, and it's not until the human being at the bank, the decision maker, reviews that application that you actually get a large limit. A lot of times they come back denied. They come back with a $5,000 limit, and most people would just take whatever they get. But because we send so much volume through the banks, and we're in every day, we're speaking with the decision maker, underwriter, direct line to the underwriter at the bank. We don't have to sit on hold for an hour like an average consumer would do if they were calling in. So it's a lot easier for us. We have a little more pull. We can get our clients much higher limits than people can get on their own. That's why over 300 people hire us every single month, because of that expertise, the relationship, and the fact that we've established over $1 billion in funding. We have over 2,400 positive reviews with a 4.9 star rating. So we take care of people, and it really shows through our reputation. People are real happy with us, and we're all about doing good business, taking care of people. Integrity is our number one priority here, and that's how we trained our entire team. So like I was saying, you can get credit in 3 to 4 weeks, 0 interest on average, 12 months, doesn't show up on your personal credit report. You don't have to prove income or any of that. It's stated income, and it's basically just credit based. So if you're a brand new business, you just started out, and you've only got one flip under your belt, let's say you're a real estate investor, doesn't matter. Really what matters is having a 720 credit score and a couple major bank credit cards, and you want to be around 30% debt to credit, and then you're pretty much approved and are qualified and will get approved with our program. It doesn't matter if you have an entity, because we do that for our clients. We'll set up an entity for you guys if you don't have one. And you can use it for anything too. It's great. You can use it for inventory. So a lot of Amazon, Walmart, e-commerce stores need the money for inventory because there's a 2-week delay for them to get paid from Amazon. So in order to buy more inventory, they need funding. They can't just rely on cash flow. We see that a lot. Contractors, whether you're doing real estate investing or you're paying contractors for your marketing or whatever it is, you can use the funding for absolutely whatever you want to use it for. And what's really awesome about it is you can send a wire transfer, which allows my real estate investing clients and myself as well, because that's what I do. It allows us to buy property with a business credit card, and most people have no idea that they can do that, but it's very possible. I've interviewed dozens of clients. If you go to our channel, on the channel it says, on the channel there's a playlist, the client interview playlist, dozens of them in there, all of them talking about sending wire transfers, being able to buy property as a cash buyer, puts you in the driver's seat, allows you to negotiate as a cash buyer if you don't already have the cash, and it allows you to get more deals done without having to use a hard money lender who is going to kind of suck some of that profit out that you would not be losing if you were using business credit, because it's 0 interest, and you can send a wire transfer directly to the title company. Now you're closing as a cash buyer. Super easy. Tons of clients do it. It allows people to get more deals done, and what's good is it's business credit. So when you buy a property for $50,000, $80,000, $100,000, that debt is not showing up on your personal credit report. So now, let's say you bought a property for $60,000 and you've got that debt on your business credit report. Your personal credit scores are going to stay nice and high, so that, let's say if you're a buy and hold investor and that was a rental property that you bought, and now you're looking to do a cash out refinance, now that you bought it as a cash buyer, you've got the debt sitting on the business credit cards, and now you're looking to do a cash out refinance to pull that cash out so you can pay the cards down. Well, what's cool is the debt isn't showing up on your personal report, so when you do the cash out refinance, it goes way smoother, as opposed to putting debt on your personal cards for the rehab or coming out of pocket. It's way easier because they don't see that debt on your personal report. It's on the business credit profile. So that's a big benefit. Here's some of the recent deals that I'm working on. This one's almost fully complete, and this one is also almost fully complete. I sold this one the beginning of COVID last year. That went real quick, had 3 full price offers in 3 days, and that was literally right in the beginning of COVID, and the market has just continued to boom since then. All-time highs right now. I bought this property right here. This one here is in Weeki Wachee. When I bought it, the comps were at about 235. Now it's comping out at about 285. This one right here comped out at about 185, 195. Now it's comping out at 215 to 225. So really great time. Seller's market, hard to find deals, limited inventory. But if you guys know a thing or two about off-market real estate and how to find those properties, how to find wholesale deals, there's still plenty of deals out there. It's just a matter of, going after them and finding them. So feel free to come to the questions or the comments area here and let us know what you guys would like to use the funding for. What kind of business do you have? Come here and let me know. I would love to hear. All right, so Goldman Sachs says, what if you have virtually no major credit cards and this was causing your credit score issues? Would you guys be able to help get some upfront initial personal credit? Exactly, yes. We've gotten people $30,000, $40,000 in personal credit before, so it could range from $15,000 to $40,000 roughly in zero interest personal credit. And that's what we do for a lot of people who are in that situation where you have virtually no major credit cards, so that's what you need. You need those major credit cards like Bank of America, Chase, Citi, Key, US Bank, Comerica, Fifth Third, Capital One, American Express. Those are some of the banks that we'll go after and build your personal credit profile. So that way, when we go and apply for business credit, you're gonna have that foundation. So usually we would do a round of personal credit in the beginning of the program, and then 6 months later, after you create nice positive payment history on those accounts, 6 months down the road, we'll be able to apply again for business credit. And I've seen this happen thousands of times. We've done this so many times for our clients. They start out with like 15, 20, 30,000 in personal credit, and then we do their next round of funding, and then they double or triple that. And then it happens again on the last round of funding, because we usually do up to 3 rounds of funding in the membership, and that's how people are building more and more and more every time we apply. So Eddie says he'd like to open up a restaurant. The new Mana invest in real estate. Absolutely, good idea there. Valerie says assistant living and a camp for kids, roller rink, and an ice cream stand. That's a pretty cool idea. Looking to fund multifamily, purchase and rehab. Very cool. We've got a lot of people in the self-storage space, plenty of multifamily investors. In fact, I just interviewed a guy who just bought an 8-unit building, and he used the funding to rehab the building. So it works. Doesn't matter if you're a single family flipper, wholesaler, multifamily, self-storage, Amazon, doctor, lawyer, truck driver, restaurant. I just interviewed a guy who owned a restaurant for many, many years. Thanks to the pandemic, he had to shut down his restaurant, but he was able to pivot. He got with Fund&Grow. He got funding. He got like $75,000. They're local too. I interviewed him here on site. They come out every once a month on Tuesdays, and they sell their delicious food. They have barbecue and a food truck now, and they're doing events. They're doing catering, festivals, shows, whatever, concerts, and they're literally making basically the same amount of money, but they have way less overhead now because they bought a food truck instead of having a whole restaurant with all that money in the lease and all that. So I've seen it help a lot of people, whether you're a doctor, lawyer, or any type of business. This isn't just for real estate. This is for any business. And we have people. I just had a client the other day that I was informed of that has a huge winery in California. Really nice, beautiful landscape. The whole place looks like really high-end and legitimate. So we have clients from all different types of businesses, all different types of industries. Okay, let me just answer a few of these. Tech says, what if I have great credit score but high DTI? So in that case, let's say that you're maxed out on one. Let me know if you're maxed out on all your cards, but if you're maxed out on just one card and you've got 3 other cards that have a really low balance, what you could do is move the balance from that maxed out card to the other 2 so that across the board, you're at 30% of the debt to the actual credit that you've got available. So let me know where you're at with that. But if you do have, let's say, maxed out cards, or your balances are higher than they should be, and it's bringing your score down, then we would just recommend pay downs, and that's just the way to go about it. We also have a company who can do a pay down loan, and then we can get you business credit, and then you pay off the pay down loan. Ideally, we want you close to 30% though. So if you're maxed out, we can't really do much with that. You need to be able to pay down. Because the banks are going to look at you like you're overextended, and they're going to feel a little nervous to lend to somebody who is, in fact, maxed out like that or overextended. Nix1 says, stay awesome, Fund&Grow. Thank you. Let's see. What if, okay, a cloud business. Like to open a restaurant. What company does the pay down? It's a partner that we work with. If you guys are interested and you become a client, we can let you guys know about that. Has proof of funds ever been an issue when buying whole in property with a realtor? Not for me personally. I've never had one. I have not once had to provide proof of funds, but I have. I know people that happens sometimes. So there's tons of hard money lenders online that you can get with who will give you a pre-approval letter, whether you're going to use their funding or not. So it's like that's not a very difficult thing to get a proof of funds. You just Google it. There's tons of hard money lenders, transactional lenders. And then, like I said, even if you decide not to use their hard money, you can still provide proof of funds. And then if you, in the end, end up using business credit to fund the deal, well, you're good to go. So, for example, I'm closing on a property this month, but I've got a couple of properties going on right now. So I got that house under contract, and they didn't ask me to provide proof of funds at all, right? And it's a good thing because I'm waiting on a cash out refinance to be done, which is about to be done right about before I close. So if you're creative and you're a hustler, you can make pretty much anything happen. But if one property tells you they need a proof of funds, there's plenty of other properties out there if you're having a hard time getting a POF. But like I said, go online, Google free proof of funds letter. You'll find lenders that are going to give them to you based on the fact that you might use their money, and they'll make money on the loan. So Ryan, let me know what you think about that. And Ryan, why are you buying properties with a realtor anyway? You're talking about properties that are on the MLS. You're looking to buy as an investment. Let me know more about how you're going about that. I know people do it. I know there's like inactive listings, expired listings, fixer-uppers on the MLS, all that good stuff. But I personally like to go direct to sellers, right? So I'm dealing directly with the seller. I send them a postcard, or like, for example, the one I'm closing on this month is actually directly across the street from where I live. And, I see that the older woman's moving out, really nice lady, always was talking with her. And then I saw her family there helping to clean things up and move out. So I went over there and said, hey, you guys selling the house? You want to sell it? They didn't want to use a realtor. Like many people really don't want to deal with that, especially now with the pandemic. There's limited amount of people that are even wanting to sell their house, let alone have a real estate agent and have all these people walking through their house. With the whole quarantine lockdown thing going on. Well, I mean, it's not anymore, but the mindset of like not bringing people into your house because of COVID. So a lot of people don't want to deal with that. So they want to sell to somebody like me because I could just go there, walk in the house one time and buy the property, or just do it sight unseen. So I would recommend, Ryan, if you can, try to find deals that aren't on the MLS, where there's no real estate agent attached to it, because when there's a real estate agent, you're paying way more, right? You're paying for the real estate agent. But if you go direct to seller and you offer them an all cash deal, you'll pay the closing costs, no real estate agent involved, so it's a net deal, no commissions, nothing for them. You make that offer, you're gonna get that deal locked down, and a realtor might ask for a proof of funds, but a seller who's just living in a house, let's say that they're on the tax delinquent list, like I find a lot of my deals. So let's say they're on the tax delinquent list, and you hit them up and say, hey, you want to sell your house? And you get the details. They say, yeah, that works. I'll do it for 80 grand. Okay, great. Here's the contract. I'll send the deposit over to the title company, sign the contract, and then we'll close in the next 2 to 3 weeks, or however many weeks you want to close. They're not asking for proof of funds, That's just, I've never done it. I've done dozens of deals. It's never happened to me. So, Bobby says, if my personal credit is 753, that is authorized user mostly. Can I get approved with business credit through Fund&Grow? If it's mostly authorized user and you don't have a single major bank card that you're the primary borrower on, probably going to start with a little personal credit building. Might be able to do half personal credit and half business credit. But if you only have authorized users with a 753, you're in really good shape. So you're going to get some really good traction early on. So whether we do business credit on the first round or we do half business, half personal, and then on the second round of funding, 4 to 6 months in, we'll do full business credit. But with a 750, yes, you will get approved with us. It's just a matter of making the strategy and plan of action custom, tailored fit to your credit profile. That's how we operate. It's not just a one size fits all and just throw it at the wall and see what sticks. Every single client, we review their credit report with a fine-tooth comb, and we make sure that we're going the direction that makes the most sense. That's going to provide you the best result, but also make sure that your credit, we have your credit's best interest in mind. So we're not going to just go and apply for a bunch of business credit for somebody when we know it's just going to end up causing them to be denied, and then they're going to have inquiries. So in this case, with a 750 score with only authorized user accounts, we would be very upfront with you and tell you, look, we could apply for business credit. Most likely, we're not going to get you much approvals. So the best thing to do is to get you some personal credit, build that foundation. It's all zero interest, and it's all really important, because if you don't have any personal credit, that means anytime let's say you've got one credit card with a $2,000 limit. Now, if you put $2,000 on that card, you're maxed out, your scores are going to plummet, and it's not good for your overall credit image. So when you go and apply for a mortgage and they see that you've only got a $2,000 personal credit card that's maxed out, they're going to look at you like you're limited, you don't have strong credit, you're not necessarily worthy of let's say a good interest rate or a good size loan. But if let's say you've got $30,000 in personal credit available and you're only using $5,000 of it, now you look like a really responsible, strong credit user who they can trust with more loans, more credit, and so on. So personal credit building is important, not just to get business credit, but for the overall longevity and health of your personal credit, so that you can get approved for pretty much anything. But you don't want to just be walking around with a couple authorized user accounts and maybe one store credit card, because that's just not the best look, and it's not going to produce the best results when you do apply for something. No problem. Ryan said, great points. Thank you. Yeah, let me know if you guys have any other questions. I just figured I'd chat with you guys before we go ahead and pick the winner. So Sean said, what's the normal turnaround time to progress through the program? So I had it pulled up before. Let's see. Within 3 to 4 weeks, we're getting around 100, up to 100. Some people get more than that. Now, I got to say something about that in a minute, because the credit is flowing right now. They have literally opened up the floodgates back to how it was pre-pandemic, because once COVID started hitting, the banks started tightening up, and a lot of their underwriting departments were closed. They implemented new policies during the pandemic. But now we're in 2021. Things are completely different. The last 3 months, we've had record-breaking months. The amount of funding that we brought in, more than we were bringing in before the pandemic. Now, we're putting, we've got 100,000 here, but we were getting up to 150,000 before the pandemic. So that's what it's looking like now. So some people can get 30,000 too. It depends on your credit. You can't just look at this number and I say up to 100,000 doesn't mean everybody gets 100,000, right? That means someone with a 700 might get 30, 40,000. Someone with a 750 might get 50, 60,000. But it all depends on your credit limits and your debt. It's not just your personal credit scores that matter, right? So I believe this guy just went through the program. He ended up getting $97,000, and he used that in his self-storage business. And look, he says his score went up from 720 to 820 because he's using business credit and it's not showing up on his personal report. It keeps your personal scores nice and high. It's me and my nephews at, I think that was July 4th last year. So a little bit more about us. 30 years in the space, 2,400 reviews, 4.9 average. I look at reviews, when I'm buying something on Amazon, whether it's, whatever it is, anything, whatever I'm buying, a service, I'm looking at the reviews, okay? And if I see 2,400 reviews with a 4.9 rating, I'm calling them up. They're the one. That's all there is to it. We take that seriously. We pride ourselves on top-notch customer service. And that, to me, is a really big deal. 2,400 reviews with a 4.9 rating. Really, really cool. Okay, so yeah, we're on the Inc. 5000 list 5 years in a row as well. We've helped over 28,000 business owners. We've got a team of 50 employees here doing all the work for our clients. You can really count on us. Here you go. Here's just some proof of what I'm saying. 2,400 reviews with a 4.9. There's our team. Great group of people. Beautiful office. We just got here in September from our old office that we outgrew. And we are going to do a $500 discount if anyone wants to sign up who doesn't actually win the giveaway. We're going to do a $500 discount for today only. So big strategy here is going after major and local banks that we're only going after zero interest. We get multiple accounts, 6-month intervals, and we extend the zero interest by moving old balance to new zero interest card and then reapplying, getting new ones, and continuing that process, rinse and repeat. And that's what we do for our clients, because we don't want you guys to get hit with that 12 to 18% interest rate. We want to extend it for as long as possible. And like I said, we've got attorneys, we've got all different types of people that go through the program. It's not just real estate investors. So how much funding do you guys think you need? Come to the area and the comments area and let us know how much you would need. What would be a good amount of funding for you that you could change your business or grow it, do more marketing, do more deals? Bobby says, thank you. My mother almost has an 800. I have a 753. We have separate EIN numbers. Can we both get started working on personal/business and her business? I'm on board soon. Yep. Bobby, you can both definitely do it. We have that happen all the time. Mother and son, father, spousal, business partner. So you're definitely good to go. Nix One says, yes, it is. It's freaking insane in a good way. Nice reviews and great ratings. Awesome. Thank you. Story time with Stelita says, I'm ready to sign up now. Awesome. We're going to give the link here in a minute if you guys want to sign up and get $500 off. But I'm going to announce the giveaway first, and then we'll talk more about the $500 discount. Nick Perry right here, awesome dude. He's literally 10x'd his business, and he told me that point blank on the interview right here. Funny story, we did the interview, and we didn't realize that we both have the same.
So yeah, last month, and as the recording right now, it's April 14th, 2020. March was a record month.
I'm not going to play them right now. If you want to watch these interviews, go to the client interview playlist on the YouTube channel. You can watch the full interview, and I'm talking they range from 25 minutes to an hour long. I sit down with our clients. I go over the program, their experience, what type of business they have, how they're using the funding in their business. Because I want these people to share their story with our audience so that our audience can see what's possible, how to do it, how to implement it in their business, and so on. This dude is a beast. He took his business from doing $40,000 a month in revenue to $400,000 a month in revenue. And on the interview, he tells me if it wasn't for Fund and Grow and giving me that liquidity, giving me that funding, if it wasn't for Fund and Grow, I would not have been able to make this happen. Okay, so go back, watch that video if you want later on. He's getting free vacations because he's getting free travel, free cash back. And it's all going through his cards. This guy's got a book of his credit cards. He's like, I collect credit cards like some people collect baseball cards. And this says he's gotten over 300,000, but that's not current because he's come through the program again. He's at $500,000 now in funding. And he just launched a coaching program, wholesaling coaching, because he does nationwide wholesaling. And all of his credit, he spends all of his credit on pay per click on Google. That's how he has generated all of his leads and all of his deals to get his business to where he's at. So he's 10x his business. It's freaking awesome. I love it. Here's another client, got $155,000 with us. Let's see. And another thing that we do is setting up entities for our clients. We're all about making sure that you're positioned to get the maximum amount of funding possible. So you want to make sure your entity sounds safe, and you want to be in a good industry that's lendable. So for example, business management, marketing, and advertising tend to be some of the more lendable industries. They're generalized, so whether you're in real estate or Amazon, you can use that as your entity, your industry for your entity. And we usually set up an entity for our clients if they don't have one yet. We set it up for banking purposes only. And with that, we're able to match the years of industry experience that you've got on the entity. So that helps a lot when we apply, so that you're not applying. You don't want to apply with a brand new LLC. You'll get shot down. If you're applying with an LLC, it needs to be older than 6 months. Right? If you don't have a 6-month-old LLC, then what you can do is set up a sole proprietorship. Super easy. You can match your years of industry experience. So if you've done a couple flips, but you don't have an entity yet, just like I didn't. When I got started out, I did flips. I was doing it in my personal name, did it for a couple of years, and then set up an entity. But I was still able to get business credit because I used a sole prop. And with that, all you got to do is you just go on the IRS website, fill out the form. It's super easy. And on the form, they ask you, how many years have you been in this industry? So for me, I was in the industry for 2 years. So I set up my sole proprietorship. Now I got 2 years on that. So when I go and I apply for business credit, that's what I put in when they ask me how long I've been in that business, right? So that's how that works. And that's something that we do for all of our clients. And it's super easy to do it. And then you can obviously, move the funds. If you have another LLC, you can lend, you can move the funds, deposit, transfer, however you want to go about doing that. Doesn't matter. We can use an existing LLC, or we can use a brand new sole proprietorship and get the exact same amount of funding. Something we do for all of our clients is we review their credit. We go over everything. We make sure everything looks good, the accounts, the seasoning, the debt to credit. And then we make sure by reviewing your credit that everything's reporting accurately. A lot of times we'll find things like, for example, this high credit right here shows a 0 in the limit field, but really it's supposed to show like 10,000, 20,000. But this is a no limit credit card, no limit, like a high-end credit card like the Fair and Flexible or the Black Card or whatever. They supposedly have no limit, unlimited limit. But on a credit report, it shows up as a 0, as you can see right there. What's that mean? When you put a $5,000 balance on it, you're over your limit. And now you look like you're overextended, and it jacks up your debt to credit ratio. Or another example, months reviewed. We're showing 1 month of review right here, but this account's been open since 2005. So why is only 1 month of review showing? It's an error. It's inaccurate. And guess what that does? It pops up these code modules right here, and it makes it look like your credit's not as strong as it is just because there's inaccuracies on your report. This one right here says time since most recent account opening is too short, and that's because of the months reviewed. The months reviewed is showing a 1, it makes the algorithm believe that this is a brand new account, when in reality it's from 2005. And the other example, proportion of balances of credit limit is too high, that's another example that comes up because of this. This 0 right here is causing it to look like it's $5,300 over the limit. That's causing this to pop up right here. Proportion of balances to credit limit is too high. So these are things that we can find on a bank level credit report, but you can't see it on a consumer report. You won't find those details. It's important to be able to see that so we can correct it and then get you in an even more lendable position. And that's part of what we do. We make sure that your credit's 30% of your debt to credit ratio. So you want your credit cards all at 30% or less. And in some cases, we'll increase personal limits. We can merge accounts in some cases to keep the 0 interest going for even longer. And then we help you guys with inquiry removal. And if needed, we also can help with credit repair. Like I said, Kadem Credit helps our partner, servicing our clients for many, many years. They've removed bankruptcies years early, foreclosures, judgments, collections, anything they can help with. So I've seen a lot of clients with a 750 score get shot down, and it's because they don't know about following up. They don't know how to get a hold of someone that can review the application. So a lot of times when people do this on their own, they get shot down or they get a really small amount of funding. All right, I'm going to go ahead and pull the winners here in a second. So stay with me. I just wanted to share some of this stuff with you guys. Check this out. This is why people pay us $4,000 for us to do this service for them. People are always like, well, why can't I just do it myself? Well, you can't. You can, but you can't get the approvals that we get. Because this is what happens right here. See the initial column here? This is what happens when the average person goes and applies on their own. They submit the application, and they get denied. And that's what happens all the time on business credit. So it's not until we speak with our contacts and we get that application reviewed that we're able to increase the account, get the denial overturned to an approval, so that now you've got $62,000, which we basically just created out of thin air because If you did it on your own, you would have got nothing but zeros. So that's why people pay us $4,000. There's a lot that comes from our negotiations process. 80% of the funding that we bring in comes in because of the negotiating and our underwriting team speaking with the bank's underwriters. That's what allows us to get the most amount of funding possible. Like I said, negotiations are huge. Here's another example, all zeros in the initial column, 45, 15, 10, 42,000, total $112,000. And look at that, that was right in the middle of the beginning of COVID, and we were still pulling out really great approvals. Now, we're doing even better than we were back then. Inquiry removal is really important. You can get that done after you do your business credit round of funding. We help with that. If you need help, we show people how to do it. Super easy. Fund whatever you want. This guy got $140,000 in credit. All right. Yeah, like I said, it works for real estate, but it also works for any industry. You get thousands of dollars in cash back. You can do whatever you want with it. Use it for your business, or you can use it as travel. Whatever you want to do. Buy coaching programs. Invest in yourself. Invest in your business. And grow your business so that you can get to the next level. Like we talked about that. Those are some of the guys that we work with. A lot of big players in the real estate and Amazon coaching space. I'm sure you guys recognize some people on here. Corporate credit's great. Vendor credit, it's good to establish a corporate credit profile. So corporate credit is different than business credit, right? Business credit is 0% interest, and with major banks like Bank of America and so on, Chase, right? But corporate credit is different. Corporate credit is vendor trade lines, mostly store credit lines like Uline, Home Depot, things like that. There's no personal credit check. What's cool about that is building a corporate credit history and corporate credit profile with Dun & Bradstreet is going to supplement your personal credit score of 750. So now you've got a corporate credit profile and you've got a personal credit score of 750. So if you add those two together, corporate credit and personal credit, you end up getting even better results when you apply for the zero interest, the good stuff that you can send a wire transfer with. So a lot of people think, oh, what do I want vendor trade lines for, right? It's not zero interest, it's not cash access. So what do I want that for? Well, it works really well with your personal credit, and it provides more history and it provides more credibility to the bank when you go after the good stuff over here, the business credit. So we definitely recommend building your corporate credit. That's something that's also included in our program. And a ton of our clients love doing it because they know that it's going to allow them to get non-recourse loans down the road, especially if you're looking at buying commercial real estate. For example, the office I'm standing in right now, we bought without a single personal credit check. There's no personal guarantee. It's commercial real estate. But because we have a corporate credit profile, we have revenue to prove, we're able to buy this building we're in without a personal credit check and without a personal guarantee, because of the fact that we've got corporate credit history established. So it's definitely important to do corporate credit. It's definitely important to get the zero interest business credit, and it's really important to keep your personal credit in good shape. It's a one-stop shop. We do it all here for our clients, and we take it really seriously. So do I want to figure this stuff out on my own, do it all myself, sit on hold for an hour long with the bank? That's what'll happen if you do it on your own, and you might get an approval. You might get $5,000, if that. I don't know about you guys, but when I'm doing my rehab on my properties, I'm paying contractors, I'm paying everyone for everything, detailing my car, mowing the lawn, cleaning the pool, whatever I can, so that I can do what? So I can focus on generating more revenue, right? Finding more real estate deals, finding more ways for Fund&Grow to grow. That's what I spend my time on. I don't want to learn something new. I'm not going to learn how to do the title work. I'm going to pay the title company, and so on. So if you guys want to work with us, you definitely can. We have a team of 50 here, over 50 employees. We've been in the business 13 years. We've established over $1 billion in funding, 2,400 positive reviews. We did 15 million last month. We established 15 million. Actually, it's 16 million last month. The month before was 15 million, and the month before that was 14 million. So we're continuing to climb way past where we were at pre-pandemic. The floodgates are open, credit is flowing. Now's the time to get in and start getting access to this type of credit. You know, this is our BBB. You know, we've got on Google alone, we've got 1,000 reviews there. In total, though, we have 2,400. We know what we're doing. Here's that again, that initial 0 column. That's what happens when you do it on your own. Here's this guy, Damon, right here. Damon went from a 670 to a 760. He had a bankruptcy. He had a freaking bankruptcy when he started. And now he's got $190,000. $190,000. He's got a team of 8 now running his Amazon and Walmart e-commerce business. And he's now expecting to profit $1 million over the next 2 years thanks to having access to this funding. He's told me many times, thank you so much, Mike, because if it wasn't for Fund and Grow, I would not have been able to do this. He's employing 8 virtual assistants, and I've got to tell you, those people are super grateful when you give them work. I'm not sure, I think he's working with people out of the Philippines, but super grateful people, great workers, and because he got access to this funding, he was able to hire people and grow a business, make money for himself, but also he's helping other people find work and make money as well, so it's a win-win. Sending wires we talked about, okay, in our Done For You membership, we will build you up to 100, 125 in the first 3 to 4 weeks. Over the 12 months, you can get up to $250,000 and it won't show up on your personal report. So does this work for startups? Absolutely, it works for startups. You can use it for any business, it doesn't matter. We'll set up an entity for you, and within the first 3 to 4 weeks, you can have funding. So if you guys, all right, before we get into this, I'm gonna show you guys this in a minute. I wanted to go ahead and pick the winner for the giveaway. Which one is it? This one?
The bottom one.
Okay. Now, I'm going to pull this up. All right. You guys still on with me? I'm going to go ahead and run this drawing wheel here.
Wonderful screen.
Okay. And if you guys have any more questions or anything, you can send them through and I'm going to ask, or I'm going to answer them. All right. Are you guys ready for me to spin this wheel and pick the winner? Remember, we're picking 2 winners. So if you just jumped on here, we're picking 2 winners. Free $4,000 membership for 2 people. So that's $8,000 in service that we're giving away. And we're going to pick 1 winner right now who's going to win one of our $4,000 memberships. It's a 12-month membership where we'll build up to $250,000. We'll set up an entity for you. It's done for you. We're going to help you with everything. Even if you need credit repair, that's an additional fee normally, but we're going to cover it all for you because we really, really care about you guys. And we're not all about just making millions of dollars. We're also about helping people who need help, who could use the help. So hopefully you guys see what we're doing. You think it's a cool thing. We're giving back. We're trying to help people out. I don't know if any other company's giving away $8,000 of free service every single month, but we are. So if you think that's a cool thing that we're doing, like the video, please. I'm going to go ahead and spin this wheel. So here we go. Good luck, everybody. All right, looks like we got Michael Richardson. Congratulations. Awesome. Let me know if you're on this video, Michael. We're going to contact you as soon as possible. And guys, if you do win, if you are one of the winners, just know you're winning a we have like over 300 people that buy this membership every single month. It's a $4,000 value. You're getting it completely free. Builds you up to $250,000. So Michael Richardson, if you're on the video, please come to the comments area and let us know. That's awesome. I love it. All right. Congrats, Mike. Who's next? Let's pull the next one. You guys ready? Hey, if you guys are ready, I want to see a few more likes on this video. We're only at 30 right now. If you guys are watching, like the video, comment on it. You know, give me some feedback here. A little more engagement would be great. I want to see that like get over 30. Who hasn't liked it? Let's see. Come on. There we go. We got an extra one. All right. Appreciate you guys. Thank you guys. Hopefully you guys are like, you like what we're doing here. I know it's not the most entertaining thing, but we're trying. All right. We're up to 34 likes. Woo! We're growing. We're getting huge. All right, you guys ready? 38 likes. Oh my God, this is amazing. You guys are so great. Look, we've only got 12,000 subscribers right now. It's not huge, we know that, but compared to where we were at like a year ago or 2 years ago, I mean, I used to be shooting videos with my webcam, and we were not putting that much effort into our YouTube channel because we do everything online with webinar and paid advertising, and we just weren't doing enough with YouTube. So right now we've got 12,000 subscribers, so I really appreciate you guys. Like, really sincerely do appreciate you guys. We want to grow our channel. We want to become a educational channel for finance, real estate investing. We like talking about all things related to investing, business growth, and credit, obviously. It's kind of a combo channel. We don't only talk about business credit. We don't only talk about real estate. We talk about Amazon. We talk about restaurant owners getting funding. We put out a video last week about mindset with a guy who's like an experienced coach when it comes to mindset, life coach type of guy. So we're putting out all different types of content. Hopefully you guys like it. If you have any suggestions for like any video topics or some content that you'd like to see, whether it's, crypto or real estate, let us know what you guys would like to see, because I also do invest in crypto. We don't talk about it too much on the channel, but we plan to. So let us know if you guys have any suggestions or anything that you'd like us to cover on our channel. All right, congrats. We got a lot of people congratulating you, Michael. That's awesome. Lama says, or Valerie says, I love what you are doing. You got 40 out of 47 likes. Cool. I want to win. I love it. I appreciate you guys. Mercedes says, I love Fund and Grow. Thank you guys. We're all about just doing good business and taking care of people. That's exactly how we operate. And we want people to be happy with our service. And, we kind of like giving. We kind of like being giving and generous in general. We donate a lot. And now we're giving away free service this year. So thank you guys. Thank you guys for coming back. You guys ready for the next one? All right. We're going to do the next one in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Who's it going to be? Who's it gonna be? Oh my God, look at that. Catalidis, maybe? Are you on the video, Kat? You won, congratulations. So we got Michael Richardson and we got Kat Almirola. Congratulations, guys. Looks like we've got a record-breaking number of likes on this video. We're up to 43 likes. Oh my God, you guys are so great. Wow, this is cool. Bobby, does the $4,000 cover 2 people like last month? Yes, that was actually what I was about to bring up. So, team, make sure we got these names. Make sure we're calling these people. I want to call Kat and call Michael Richardson right now. Make sure we get them on the phone. Let them know that they've won, because we're all about getting them to funding as soon as possible. Like I told you guys earlier, one of the winners is already at $55,000. Another one just started their application phase. A couple of the others are in credit repair, doing pay downs. So big things are happening. All right. Now I wanted to share with you guys back over here. Okay, stay on with me. Don't go anywhere. So I want to answer these questions. Bobby, does the $4,000 cover 2 people like last month? So the normal price of our service is $4,000, right? But that's not what we're asking you guys to pay. We did the giveaway, the 2 winners won, but I know we got people out there who are going to want to get started now, today, because you need the funding now. You got a deal, you got what you got going on, you need the funding, you can't wait for the giveaway. I understand that. So this is our membership partner upgrade. Bobby, that's what you're just asking about. Basically, that is a 2 for 1, okay? What does that mean? Well, it normally costs $4,000 per membership, but it's $8,000 for 2 of them, right? Well, if you sign up today, we're going to give you the option to add a partner on. It needs to be family, spouse, or business partner. It can't be a random person that you're just meeting. It can cause you problems. Do not do that. So the membership partner upgrade, business partner, spouse, family member is a 2-for-1 or a buy one, get one, right? BOGO. So if you guys get started today, you'll also get a free first month of our newsletter. After that, it's $50 a month. Tons of actionable steps in there to grow your business. Myself, Ari, and our team here are always putting out really good content through this newsletter. You definitely want to check it out. Stay subscribed to it. If not, you can always cancel it after the first month. So this is what we include in our program, right? So we do the done for you, 50 to 250K, 0% interest. We're doing all that for you. Big value there. So you get the one-on-one, you get the entity. We show you how to use the wire transfer method, which is like proprietary. It's not something that everyone knows about. We also show you about how to remove the credit inquiries. We do the D&B vendor credit with you. And we also will, like I said, give you that buy one, get one free if you guys sign up now. Because this is for today only. I do the giveaway and then I always do the $500 discount today only. So if you guys want to get started now, you don't want to keep waiting and waiting and waiting to see if you win the giveaway out of thousands of people that enter every month, then you can go and you can get a $500 discount. Our normal price is $39.97, but you can go and get a $500 discount, and you could split it up into payments. You could do 2 payments or you could do 3 payments. Go to this website if you want to check that out, fundandgrow.com 2021. Go to that website, check out the payment plans, check out everything that's included, and you'll get more information if you go. So go to right now, go to fundandgrow.com/2021. Go there now and review that. And what's cool is we have a 60-day money-back guarantee. Basically what that means is if you don't qualify, if we can't get you any credit for whatever reason, we'll let you know in the first week. And then if you want, you can exercise your 60-day refund period. But a lot of people will stick with us even if they need credit repair, even if they need pay downs, they'll still stick in the program because they know it's gonna produce the result that they initially came to us for. This should say 2,400 here. It says 2,200 reviews. We need to update that. So let's just do a couple questions here and then we're gonna wrap it up. We're at 49 likes. Somebody get me over 50, please. Let's see, Goldman Sachs. I like your name, Goldman Sachs. So he says, so say someone is coming out of college with no history, has aspirations to conduct a profitable drop shipping business. Would you guys be able to help build their personal credit profile at that stage? Well, that brings me back to Damon. Damon also had bad personal credit when he started. He went from, this is showing, right? Okay. Damon went from a 670 to a 760. We removed his bankruptcy and got him access to $191,000. He fully funded his e-commerce business. He bought mentorship, software, inventory, and he's paying 8 people who are now part of his team. He's on track to do $1 million a year. Okay, so Goldman Sachs, you might be coming out of college. Looks like Damon might not be fresh out of college, but anyone could do it. It doesn't matter how old you are. If you've got decent credit, we can build your credit profile. It doesn't matter. As long as you're over 18, you're going to be able to get access to personal credit, and then you'll be able to get access to business credit. Does not matter. Are the winners joining us by chance? Michael Richardson and Kat, are you guys on here? It doesn't look like it. All right, we're still sitting at 49 likes. Get me over that 50 mark, and then we're going to wrap this thing up. Any other last minute questions? If you guys want to get started, go to the link, fundandgrow/2021, and then you can get the $500 discount. That's today only. And here's what's included: entity, multiple rounds of funding, credit consulting, inquiry removal, cash liquidation, wire transfer. This should say wire transfer right here. Wire transfer, liquidation. Here's just a cute little imagery of what you get. It's all done for you though. You're not getting a course. I know this kind of makes it look like you're getting some kind of course, but this is just showing you in a physical image what's included. It's all done for you. And this is what you're going to see when you guys go. If you want to go there now, go ahead and pull up a browser right now and go to fundandgrow.com/2021. Thank you guys for that last like. I'm over 50 now. I appreciate that. So go to the link, fundandgrow.com/2021. Go there now. Pull it up. I want you guys to see this. It's important to look at this because this is what you're going to be paying if you were to sign up. $34.97, or you could do 2 payments at $18.74, right? Or you could do 3 payments at $13.32. The question I get a lot is, when do the payments come out? So if you sign up today, the payment comes out today. Next payment comes out 30 days later. Last payment comes out 30 days after that if you do the 3-pay option. And you can see here's Nick Perry. I brought him up earlier. Nick Perry, 10X his business. So he's, we've got tons of reviews, and there's more info there too. If you go to that link, you'll see that there's more info that you can get. This slide needs to be fixed too, Daniel. Look. You see that? I noticed that last time. So yeah, we got the 60-day refund period. You're in good hands. As you guys can tell, I'm a good dude. We're not doing shady shit here. So if you sign up with us, you'll be taken care of. If you end up wanting a refund, you'll be taken care of. It doesn't matter. We don't care if you want a refund. You can have it. All I ask is, if you guys do sign up with us, please be respectful and professional with our team. Don't treat them like shit, because our team is really a great team. They're great people. They're all very professional. They know what they're doing. They're experts in their respective fields. So when you're communicating with them, keep that in mind. We want good working relationships with people. We don't want to deal with anybody who's a pain in the ass, or who's always complaining or giving us stress. That's unnecessary, right? This is a two-way street. You guys might be hiring us, but we could just as quickly fire you, right? So let's not get too aggressive, too much ego. We like to communicate. We like to be respectful with each other and with our clients, and that's the kind of relationship that we're looking for. We're not starving for clients by any means. So when you come in the Fund and Grow door, make sure you're coming in with respect, and you take care and you treat our team with respect as well, and listen to their advice, because they know what they're talking about and they've been trained from the top down. So please listen to our team. Don't make it difficult for us, so that we can basically just get you to funding even more quickly. Sometimes you just gotta listen to our advice and take our instruction. And then you'll have endless ways that you can use the funding. Pie inventory, rehab, marketing, whatever it is that you wanna do with it. So that $500 discount, if you guys want it, it's only for today. So if you want a $500 discount, go to the link, fundandgrow.com/2021. If you're signing up, let me know real quick on here. Come to the chat area on YouTube. Let me know if you're signing up, or if you already just signed up. Come in here and let me know real quick, please. Valerie says, thank you for the opportunity. Lane Lama says, do you have a CPA on hand for the entity setup? Yes, we have everything figured out when it comes to entities. We don't have a CPA on hand. We have a CPA, but we're able to set up the entity ourselves in the office, and we also work with an attorney firm if we're going to go the route of setting up a LLC or a trust or anything further, but everything that we do, we can do in-house. Sean says, how much is the monthly membership fee and what is that for? So the fee is an annual fee. It's not a monthly fee. And our fee is normally $4,000, but if you sign up today, you get it for $3,500, right? So it's an annual fee, 12 months of service, up to 3 rounds of funding, up to $250,000, and within 3 to 4 weeks, you can have credit in your hands. Today, you get a $500 discount on our 12-month membership if you sign up today only. So you got to go sign up. Let me know if you're signing up. And remember, we had the 60-day refund period just in case. Here's some more reviews. 80,000, 59,000 at 0%. That's the kind of thing we see these rolling in every single day. Every day these are rolling in, because we take care of people and we do what we say we're going to do. We don't just blow hot air. 128,000. Tons of reviews. 90,000. Just check them out online if you don't feel comfortable yet. But like I said, over 2,400 reviews. So go get started. If you guys want to get started, go to fundandgrow.com/2021. You can get our 12-month done-for-you membership. You can add a secondary, that buy one, get one free that we were talking about. That's for today only. And if you're one of the first 15, you're going to get all the bonuses that we talked about. So let me know if you're signing up. Anybody on here signing up? All right, Vicky's signing up. Rose says, I'm signing up after this live. Awesome. Johnny Jackson signed up last week. Well, there you go. You beat me to the punch. All right.
Looks like Kat.
Goldman Sachs says, thank you. You answered all my questions. You're awesome, Mike. I appreciate that. You're awesome too, Goldman Sachs. It looks like Kat has already responded, so we've confirmed one of the winners so far. Kat, welcome to the program. Excited to work with you. Can't wait to interview you after we get you funding. Let me know if there's any other questions. If I missed your question, I apologize. I did not mean to do that. It was an accident. So let me know. All right. Any other questions? Does it look like I missed any questions on there, Daniel, or anyone? Who else is signing up today? Who else is going to take action? Because you know you take that action, that you call it a leap of faith, call it whatever you want, but if you take that action today to move forward towards getting funding for your business, you're going to be super happy you did it in a couple months when you've got access to $50,000, $100,000, right? When you take that action today, it's going to pay off in a month or two, and you're going to be reaping the benefits. You're going to grow your business. You're going to have more money to do more deals, just like I did. It's exactly what I did. And now I've got 3 properties that I'm working on at the same time. I remember, years ago, I thought it was just like a TV show to buy houses and fix them up and flip them. I didn't know people can actually do that. And now I'm over here doing it, right? We're running a company with 50 employees. Obviously, life's a lot different for us than it was years ago, but it's because of funding. If it wasn't for having access to funding, Fund&Grow wouldn't have gotten to where it's at. We wouldn't have gotten to be able to provide a job and income, livelihood for 50-plus families if it wasn't for getting access to credit so that we could grow our business, so that we could spend more on marketing. So I know how important it is to have funding, and I've seen it happen in Fund&Grow, and I've seen it happen in thousands of my clients, and in my own real estate investing career. I'm now able to buy multiple properties at one time because I have access to this type of credit, guys. If you don't have business credit, you should be moving forward either on getting started with us or coming back to our YouTube channel every single day to get updates and actionable steps and info so that you can build this type of credit for your business. Because if you're not using business credit, you're making a huge mistake. You're disadvantaged to other people who are using it, and not to mention you're disadvantaged to yourself. If you're only using personal credit, guess what you're doing with your personal credit scores? Every time you pay them off, you're doing this, and then you use them, and then you're doing that, and then you pay them off, you use them, and that's your credit score, right? You don't want to be going from a 680 to a 750 every single month. You should be going from a 750 to an 800 and staying there every month because you're using business credit. If you're using business credit, you're not going to do that. You're not going to fluctuate like that if you use business credit. You're going to stay nice and high with your scores, and that's what I do. That's what all my clients are doing, and it's just a no-brainer. You end up with, like I just said, you end up with better personal credit because you're using business credit and you're keeping the debt off of the personal credit report. You'll have higher approvals, lower interest rates, and no security deposits. Well, I don't know about that, but lower no security deposits on a rental, I don't know if that's going to happen. If I'm a landlord, I don't care how good your credit is, I'm getting a security deposit. So let's take that one off right there, Daniel.
Okay. Looks like MZ Tech has a question about money back if they don't get funding.
Okay, so
Looks like halfway through the comment section.
So yeah, if you don't get funding, you can get your money back, right? So here's an example for you. A lot of people sign up with us and they need credit repair, or they have high debt, right? So if you need credit repair or you have high debt, you're going to find that out in the first week of working with us. And then at that point, we're going to say, hey, we should really do credit repair. We really need to repair your credit. Just like when you go to the dentist, right? Let's say you go to the dentist finds out you got a cavity and it's touching your nerve, and that's why you got pain in your tooth. Doctor's going to say, you need a root canal. you're going to say, I don't want a root canal. But guess what? You need the root canal or the tooth is going to die, and then you're going to have a dark gray decaying tooth in your mouth that you can't even put a crown on because the tooth is now so weak that it's got nothing to support the crown with. So what are you going to do? You're going to get the root canal done. You're going to pay $1,000 for that. And then they're going to do the root canal. They're going to clean out the nerve. And then they're going to put a cap on the tooth for another $1,000. Guess what? I don't like root canals. I've had them. But I'm not going to walk around with a black tooth because the nerve's exposed and it's all that, right? So you got to get the root canal done. You got to get the cap done. Same thing with credit repair. You can't just leave it there because it's going to end up just decaying and getting worse. Clean the credit up. It took you years to damage your credit. And I'm not saying you did it. I'm not faulting you for it. I also went through KATM. I had 600 credit score. Now I have 800 credit score because KATM cleaned up my credit. So basically, I'm saying get that root canal done, get the credit repair done so that you can apply with confidence and get higher approvals, lower interest rates, better personal credit, and you'll be pre-approved way more often. Get that credit repair done if you need it. And yes, there is normally an additional fee for credit repair. So the fee for credit repair is as follows. If you have 3 or more derogatories, it is $490. I'm sorry, I said that wrong. If you have 3 or less, so if you have less than 3, it's $497. If you have 4 or more, it's $797. That's it. No monthly fee, and they actually will get stuff removed for you. It's not just a way to get you into a monthly fee subscription. That's why we don't do monthly fee. We just do a flat fee. And then we work until that shit is removed. Currently, we cannot work with Atlanta, Georgia because we're not set up as a nonprofit yet. KATM needs to be set up as a nonprofit in order to be able to service Georgia clients because they got weird rules over there. So if you get funding for 2 separate businesses that have different LLCs, one for real estate, one online business, is there a discount for funding 2 LLCs? No, actually, because that's more work for us. So we got the discount you guys see right now, the $500 discount, that's the discount. We can't do anything more than that. All right, talked about all this. Business credit does not report to the personal credit report. Capital One and Discover, they do, but that's not a big deal at all. All of the other business credit accounts that we're going to get do not show up on the personal report. What are the monthly payments on the credit accounts? 1% is the monthly payment of the balance. Let me know if you got any last minute questions. I'm wrapping this up. It's getting hot in here. Somebody must have touched the AC. Looks like we're at 56 likes. Guys, if you like what we're doing here, you like the giveaway, you like the fact that we built a village of houses in Haiti, the fact that we're giving away up to $12 million in funding this year. If you like it, like the video. If you haven't, please do. Smash that like button. It helps us with the algorithm. It allows us to bring more people onto our channel so that we can grow our channel. And guess what that allows us to do? It allows us to keep giving back more free service, more free education, free content. So if you could, like the video, share it on your social if you could. It helps us, and it allows us to continue what we're doing, giving away free stuff like that. So hopefully I'll see a few more likes come in. Bobby says, I want to get started. What is this guy saying? I could... Yeah, an attorney isn't necessary for entity setup. Anyone can do that. That's what Zacco Developing Investments said. Who's that? Are you a client of ours? Zacco Developing Investments, Phoenix, Arizona. Wait, okay, we got somebody who's trying to sign up. Pull up the screen real quick, Dan, please. So we got someone who's trying to sign up, but it's not working. Most likely you have a daily spending limit on your card, and that's why. So you got to get that daily spending limit removed. I don't know why somebody touched AC. Got me in here like a sweatshop. All these lights on me. I feel like I'm a lizard in a cage or something. So, like heat lamps on me. Like, I don't need the heat. Ro, so if you tried signing up, you probably have a daily spending limit on your card. So all you got to do is call your bank, tell them, hey, I'm trying to sign up for Fund and Grow. They got a $500 discount and they're about to expire it, so let me buy this stuff. Don't you love it when your bank basically stops you from buying something? It's so funny because it happens to me all the time with American Express. I've got an American Express card. They're like the #1 like fraud alert type of a card. So anytime I'm buying something that's a big purchase or I'm buying something out of state, something like that, they flag me. They're like, oh, you can't buy that. Sorry, call us and make sure that it's actually you buying it. The funny thing is they've never actually stopped somebody from using or from fraudulently using my card. They've only stopped me from using it. So it's like, what the heck? So that's what's going on right now with you, Ro. They're probably seeing that you're making an out-of-state large purchase, so they flag it, and then you got to call them, tell them, hey, I'm trying to put this purchase through. What's going on? Why won't it go through? And then bam, bam, boom, it'll be done. What about bad credit? Stelita, we've already talked about that. If you have bad credit, we can help you with that. We have a partner of ours that works with people who need credit repair. So you'll work with Fund and Grow first. Then if we find out you need credit repair, Kadem will step in, Kadem will take over, they'll repair your credit profile. Once that's done, you come back to Fund and Grow, and then the 12-month starts. But if you want to get signed up with Fund and Grow, we can get you a discount on Kadem credit repair, and you're going to get a $500 discount today. So it does make sense for you to sign up even if you need credit repair, with this in mind that credit repair is going to take time, and your membership with Fund and Grow won't start until credit repair is done. Make sense? So if you sign up and you need credit repair, and then you go and you speak to somebody here in the office and they tell you that you need credit repair, and then you start getting upset with them or something, please don't do that. Remember what I'm telling you now. If you need credit repair, we're going to tell you in the beginning of the program, and then you're going to do credit repair. And you're going to stick with the program, and then once credit repair is done, it could take months. It takes time because it took you years to get your credit dinged up. It's going to take us a couple months to get it cleaned up. So once credit repair is done, you come back to Fund and Grow, you get the 12-month membership. That's when it starts. Fund and Grow starts once credit repair is complete. Then the 12-month ticker starts. The repayment is 1% of the balance. I know I get that question a lot. I just wanted to remind you guys of how the payment works. If you don't know your credit score, it's 2021. You got to know your credit score. You got to at least know where you're at. Come on. But we'll pull your credit once you get signed up with us.
Looks like Michael Richardson is confirmed.
All right, Michael Richardson, welcome to the program. You got it for free. Hopefully you really love it, and hopefully you get on a video with me so I can interview you and we can just hang out and chit chat about what you're doing with your business. I love picking my clients' brains. It gives me ideas, and it's just really refreshing to hear directly from a client who gets access to funding and it impacts their life and their business. It actually is like rewarding to hear it. I love it. Credit repair is extra normally, like I was just saying before. You guys got to pay attention. You got me covering the same thing multiple times. Malik says, what if I already have a LLC? Are you guys going to set up a new one for me? Yeah, well, if your LLC is within 6 months, or if it's older than 6 months, we can use it. We'll figure that out. Guys, the entity is a detail. It doesn't matter. You get signed up, you got good credit, or you're close, or even if you got bad credit, we're going to improve your credit. So it doesn't really matter. Everything is just a detail. We're going to handle everything for you, whether it's improving your credit, setting up an entity, deciding on which entity to use. That's what we're going to figure out when you get signed up with us. In the first week, we're going to deep dive your business, your credit profile, everything we're going to review. And then we're going to say, okay, we've reviewed everything, we've run it through our underwriting, and now here's the plan of action. Here's what we're going to do. Here's what needs to happen next. And that's how it's going to work. So we'll figure all that stuff out in the beginning. If you need an entity, if you don't need an entity, all that good stuff. So yeah, Abby, the cost of credit repair is, like I said earlier, if you have 3 or less, it's $497. If you have 4 or more, it's $797, $100, $797, $497. Hey, Ro, did you get it to go through yet? Here, pull up the PowerPoint again. Thanks. All right. Yes, it works for startups. You guys know that. Come on now. I said that. You know it works for startups. How long does it take to get funding? 3 to 4 weeks. What else could we talk about? What else haven't I mentioned? We submit 2,500 applications a month, guys. We really know what the banks are looking for, and here it is. The fastest path to funding is a 720 score or better. You do not want to have any derogatory accounts. Your average age of accounts should be over 2 years, ideally. You don't want a bunch of brand new accounts. That's not a strong foundation. So if you've got some credit history, a couple of years under your belt, major bank cards, you're going to get business credit. If you don't have a couple of years of credit history, you'll probably start with personal credit accelerated building. That's what we do for a lot of our clients, and that's what we'll do for you too. A variety of accounts is a plus. It helps. Definitely helps. If you don't have a 720, we'll do credit repair for you for a nominal fee. Not a big deal. You got to get that credit repaired. You got to keep getting access to more credit and growing it so that you can get approvals at a higher rate in the future. All right. Bobby says, can you get me credit in Georgia? Oh, yeah. So I thought when you were at Bobby, when you were asking about Georgia, I thought you were talking about credit repair. Oh, I totally misunderstood your question before. So Bobby, earlier you said, what if you have good credit but live in Georgia? Can you still get us credit? Yes, we can. Yes, I thought you were asking about credit repair. So when it comes to getting access to credit, we can do that in any state, the entire country. The only state we can't do credit repair is Georgia. And I thought just by glancing at your question, you were asking about credit repair. But the answer is yes, we can get you credit if you're in Georgia. If you've got a 750 score, sign up now. It's a no-brainer. Go ahead and get started. It's fundandgrow.com/2021. So honestly, what is stopping you guys? If you can sit around and wait every month to be one of the winners for the giveaway, but thousands of people enter that drawing, and if you feel like you've got a need, if you feel like this sounds like something you should do, then you should go ahead and take action on it. Go to the fundandgrow.com/2021, and I get it. If you don't have the funds, if you're about to dish out your last rent payment to pay for this program, don't do it, right? You got to speak with your spouse first. Well, I see who wears the pants in that relationship. I'm just kidding. If you got to speak with your spouse, by all means, But at the same time, if you just buy it now and then speak with your spouse, you'll be even more motivated, you'll have more skin in the game, and you might do a better job at convincing them into it. Just a thought. Don't listen to me, though. I'm not here to give you advice on your marriage. Don't think you can get results? Well, if you still think that by now, after all I showed you, all the case studies I shared with you, you must not be paying attention. And if you're not sure if it's the right time to join, well, there's no better time than the present. The time is now. The market is booming. It couldn't be a better time to get access to funding. But if it's just a bad time for you, for whatever reason you think, that's fine. If you're skeptical, you haven't been watching this video, because I've already cleared all that skepticism up. So if you guys are interested, go to fundandgrow.com/2021. Let me know real quick in here. Please come into the chat area. Let me know if you guys are signing up right now. I want to see who is signing up. Yeah, Bobby, like I said, in Georgia, with good credit, you can work with us. In any state, it doesn't matter. If you have good credit, we can work with you, period. Doesn't change a thing what state you're in. If anyone else is signing up, come and let me know. If you guys like the giveaway, if you like what we're doing, like the video. I'm almost to 60 likes. I appreciate you guys very much. Comment on the video if you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys have any topics or questions that you'd like me to answer in a future video, come in here and let me know, and I will also feature your question, your comment on the video as we're answering that question. David says, David, did you just sign up today, or have you been signed up for months or weeks or whatever? Jani Jamar Taylor says, there are forms of credit offered with no credit check. Can those be used as an initial move to get services through Fund&Grow? I'm not exact. I don't really see how that makes. I don't get what you're asking. There are forms of credit offered with no credit check. Can those be used as an initial move to getting services through Fund&Grow? No. You can only pay with a debit card, credit card, or you can pay with your routing number and your account number in an electronic check, ACH. You cannot pay with any other form. You can't pay with PayPal. You can't pay with a Home Depot card that you can only use at Home Depot, obviously. David, cool. Did you just sign up from watching this video, David? Or did you speak with somebody? And what type of business do you have, David? Lama, if you want to get information about the affiliate program, you could call in and speak with somebody about it, but basically you can refer people and we'll pay you a commission. A lot of people do, we try to build relationships with people who either have an audience, YouTube channel, email list, and that's how we usually go about that. And remember, if you're doing a membership partner upgrade, if you're adding a secondary into your file, it has to be a business partner that you can prove, family or spouse. Business partner that you can prove, family or spouse. You cannot link up with a random person because it's not going to work. You cannot do that. It'll cause problems. We can't share a login, and we just can't do that. So if we do find out that you did that, you can end up getting basically kicked out of the program. All right, David signed up right here, right now. That's awesome. Lama says, the question Ajani is asking, can you show him how to use credit to buy your service? No, he's not, Lama. He's asking if there are forms of credit offered without a credit check. And there are no forms of credit offered without a credit check other than the store vendor credit. And that's what he's asking that he can use to get services through Fund&Grow. So no, you cannot get credit without a personal credit check that you could buy our service with. And if you did want to sign up with us but not pay anything up front, the only option that you have is to pay 9% on the back end. If you don't do an upfront fee and you choose to do a back end fee, it would be 9%. I don't want you guys to have to pay 9%. Just so that you can not put anything down up front, you're going to pay 9% of $100,000. That's $9,000. We're offering a $500 discount, so $3,500 for 12 months, up to $250,000 for $3,500, up to $250,000. Or you could pay on the back end and pay 9%, which is like $20,000 on a $250,000. And if we get you $100,000, it's $9,000 if you did the 9% back end fee. That's why I don't talk about it, because it's not good for our client. I don't want a client to pay 9%. I want you guys to pay $3,500 and get 12 months of service. I don't want you to pay 9% and get one round of funding. Let's say we get you $50,000 and then you got to pay 9% of that. That's $4,500 and that's it. You don't get any more funding. And if you want more funding, you got to pay 9% again. So if we get you another $50,000, now you got to pay another $4,500. Now you're at $9,000. I don't want you to do that. I want you guys to get the 12-month membership, cap the fee at $3,500, and get up to $250,000. It's way better for you. So don't worry about laying out a little bit of money up front. Lay out the $1,000 payment plan. We got a $1,000 payment plan, and then you're in the door. Look, right here. $1,300, 3 payments. 2 payments, $1,800. It's a no-brainer. Why would you pay 9% on the back end? Don't do that. Bobby says, I'm on board. God bless you all. You are awesome. Story time with Stelita says, I'm so very grateful for Fund&Grow. Awesome. Thank you guys for signing up. Thank you guys for watching. We really appreciate you guys. Give me one more like. I'm at 59. You could be the 60th like. That could be like life-changing. All right, everybody. I appreciate your time. I'm going to jump off. I got to go eat lunch, and I got a meeting to get on here in a little while. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully you got some value out of it. Like it, share it, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you get notified of the next giveaway. We're going to do that announcement here coming up. You've got to be on the announcement video so that you can enroll into the next giveaway if you're going to wait for that. Larry says I'm all set up now. Larry, did you just sign up? So remember, guys, hit the notification bell, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, come back to the channel, and may the 4th be with you. All right, we are out like sea trout. Wait. Hold on. Ajani, I would not get any credit before. If you guys are thinking about getting started with us, don't go and apply for credit. That's going to screw things up. Get signed up with us. If you got some kind of pre-approval or something, show us what it is. 9 times out of 10, I don't know of any credit card that you're going to get without a credit check. So you're going to have to show us that pre-approval, and then we'll be able to coach you on what to do. Do not apply for something before signing up with us. That just sounds like a bogus pre-approval that gets sent out to get you in the door, and then of course they're going to check your credit. So Ajani, I would sign up first. And Larry, did you sign up already? Yeah, we're still on. Let me know if you're still if you're signing up, Larry, or what do you mean by you're all set up? One more like gives us 60 likes. Thank you guys so much, and we are going to go ahead and close this thing down. Hope you have a great day, and come back to the channel for the next one. We're going to be putting out a lot of good info, a lot of good content. We're doing like the HGTV Fund and Flip series, where I'm taking you guys through my flips, through the renovations, sharing you guys the costs, the estimates, all the headaches and things that I'm going through with those flips. So definitely come back to the channel and just keep on watching, and we'll see you guys on the next video. Thank you for joining me. Have a good one.